Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel, I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Welcome to day, just looked, 16 and 17 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge. And today we're gonna be rendering down schmaltz. We're gonna be rendering down chicken skins to make schmaltz and crispy chicken skins. We're also going to be rendering down beef tallow, like the actual, like the whatever the cow version of leaf lard is. And so we're gonna be running both of those down today because yesterday was just one of those days I could not do anything but edit a video. I felt sick to my stomach. I actually ended up taking like one of those like super hard naps where you just like accidentally fall asleep, and I fell asleep and like my eye hurt for like an hour afterwards because I'd slept on it like so wrong and like pushed on it so hard. Like it was just, nothing was happening yesterday. So I gave myself some grace. So we're gonna be doing those two projects here coming up. I got the dishwasher running, got the washing machine going. Later on, we're also gonna be zooming in a little bit, but later on, we're also gonna be washing down our jars from when we did the beans. So Robert and I went to town. We took our little lady cat to town to get spayed this morning, and I stopped by the post office because Robert had to mail something. And I had 3 packages waiting for me. It makes me feel insanely blessed. And I just thought that I would share that with you because I have no idea what these are or who they're from. I just figured I would share these with you. So let's save the package for last. This one is a book. Well, it looks like a book. So it feels like a book. Let's see what this one is and see if it says who it's from. Inside. Hot sauce. It's amazing. Is there a... There is. I so enjoy watching your channel, and I just wanted to bless you with a little gift from Wendy. I won't give the last name. From Wendy. Look at this. Fermented hot sauce cookbook. I'm so excited. You guys know how much I love heat and how much I love fermenting. I don't know how to pronounce this, but gochujang? It's a Korean chili paste. I bought some of this, and I'm so excited to actually be able to make it. Sriracha, sweet chili sauce, mango habanero cauliflower bites. Oh, we're gonna have some fun with this book. Oh my gosh. You guys know how much I love heat. Okay, so let's see what's in the bag here. So thank you, Wendy. I feel the need to share my excitement. Thank you, Catherine. It just says you're awesome from Catherine. Oh my gosh. I was trying to feel this thing so I could feel and see if I could figure out what it was in there because it doesn't tell me what it is or if people order anything or anything like that. This is the coolest hori I've ever seen in my life. It's like a piece of art. Check this thing out. It has the little measuring lines. I don't think you can see them. But look at this contoured wood handle. It has one side is like a sharp, it's very, very sharp, like for cutting things. And then this side is like serrated. And then you can dip. Oh, the last box, we'll use our hori to open it. What? Hot sauce bottles. What are the odds of that? We got fermented hot sauce, and then somebody else got the hot sauce bottles. How amazing is that? And it comes with these. It comes with the little, you know, the shaker. I don't know, like a flow limiter type of thing. And then the lids. And it comes with like a little sleeve that you can put over it. I would imagine you can probably like dip it and steam it, I'm guessing. But how cool is that? We're totally gonna be doing something as soon as we get a good pepper harvest, which won't be from our own peppers. So as soon as we order some peppers, as soon as we go to the store and get some peppers, we're making some pepper sauce. Hot sauce, why would I call it pepper sauce? So this one is from Sherry. Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry, I really appreciate that. Blown away, thankful, grateful, blessed that anybody would want to take their time and their hard-earned money to send me something is just, I don't know, just how connected, I guess how connected we all feel with one another. It's just, It's wonderful. So I'm gonna go before I cry, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit when the dishwasher's finished. I have washed a few sets of jars with you guys. So I just start with a clean sink, super clean, mostly hot water. Kind of just warm, like pretty warm. You don't want it to be hot. And then just a bunch of dish soap, the kind that cuts grease or like, you know, just a good, whatever kind you got. It's not a big deal. It doesn't matter that much. Splash vinegar for a couple gloves. Take the rings off. Put them in the sink. Hold it by the seal. Make sure it's good before you put it in here. Then just kind of get the towel nice and wet and scrub the jar and the lid super duper well, including don't be afraid to manhandle the lid, okay? Just like you're cranking it. If you can break the seal, you want to break the seal. I mean, if you're some like big burly dude, maybe take it a little easy, but yeah, like I said, if you can break that seal, you want it to break now instead of in 2 weeks in your pantry, and then, you know, 2 months from now, you're still hunting for that smell. Now that we got all the jars clean, we're just gonna let them sit there probably overnight, let them dry off completely, then we'll mark them up and Robert will find a place in the pantry for them. While we're rendering our schmaltz, we'll go ahead and heat up one of these chili beans. I'm really curious how they taste. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and start rendering our schmaltz. And these are chicken skins that I set aside. I think the last time I pulled a bunch of chickens out of the freezer and I set it aside, what did I do with them? I canned them. And I took the skins off them while I was canning them, and I set them aside knowing that someday I would want to try doing this method. I've never done this method of rendering schmaltz, so this is definitely not a how-to, I'm an expert kind of thing. If you want that, go over and check out Mary's Nest video. I'll link it down below. Her video is the one that I'm watching to learn how to actually do this. Basically, you need a cutting board, a good knife. She said you can use scissors. There were a few options that she gave, but basically something that you can cut the skin into strips. While I'm doing this, I'm listening to a video from Becky over at Homestead. So I'll link her channel down below too, because she's got some awesome stuff. And I'm sure most of you probably have watched her, but for those of you who don't, she does all kinds of food preservation. She does all kinds of food preservation, but she does it in a way that's like shelf stable, as well as she has a really unique way of doing freezer meals that I think you guys would enjoy. So make sure you check out her channel if you haven't already. You can see in here, there's chunks of fat also along with the skin. So we should have a pretty good turnout here. So we're gonna try both. I'll tell you which one I think is best. And in the meantime, I'm gonna listen to my video and cut these into little chunks.
I went to that other pantry and grabbed some of the other baking supplies, and I thought maybe they would fit in here as well. Like we've got our chocolate chips, our cocoa powder, our corn syrup, which I did put in the...
It took me about 20 minutes and a great deal of frustration to get this out. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this on the stove and throw this on the stove, and we're gonna start cooking it and just kind of see how it goes from there. So I think, pretty sure we just put this in the pan. We'll find out if we're wrong. Can you guys see all the fat that's coming out? Alright, so these things are they're getting there. But in her video, like, these things got pretty dark. So we're gonna keep going. And I think I'm gonna watch her video again while we're waiting. Well, not waiting. I'm actually cutting up the rest of the skins over there. At least I'm cutting up more. How about that? I don't know if we'll finish them, but I'm cutting more. And I think it would have been smart for me to just have washed the nonstick pan. instead of being lazy and trying to bust this thing out. Or at least I should have heated it up enough. So for the next batch, we're gonna use the nonstick pan because this is annoying. All right, so now we're gonna take this. I think it's done. In Mary's Nest video, she cooked this down even further. She had added salt and pepper, and then at about this point, maybe even a little further into it, honestly, I think it might not be quite ready. She added onions to it and kind of cooked it down and browned the onions. But I think for this one, I think we'll go ahead and do just like this, because I want it to be like super shelf stable, or as shelf stable as possible, I should say. Okay, I see some bits here that aren't as cooked as the other bits, so we'll give it a couple more minutes. I think that's good. Let's go ahead and dump it into, it's a sieve on top of a canning funnel on top of a jar. I want to get the stuff out, but I want to make sure that it's still kind of wet enough for this salt to stick to these. Take our salt. Sprinkle it on here. Good amount. Let's try one of these, shall we? Those are good. Those are really good. So we got probably, what is this? Maybe 3/4 of a cup. This is a cup. This is a cup and a half. Pint and a half. No, this is a cup and a half jar. It's like a big jelly jar. And so I would say a little less than 3/4 of a cup of some schmaltz. This stuff is delicious. These are delicious. It's super crunchy. I was asking my husband about it, and he thinks that I would be able to refry these. It's 10 o'clock at night, so I don't want a whole jar. So we're just gonna go ahead and give this a taste. That is definitely good. I could definitely use more heat, but we have a freakish love of heat. So for a normal person, this is probably plenty of heat. Other than that, it really doesn't need anything. This is definitely a winner. Thank you, Lisa. And the texture is great. I don't have any issue with the beans. They taste like they're the consistency of canned beans. Battery did die and I had to wait for a new one. So if you guys are new around here, we just moved to our 30-acre homestead in southern Missouri, and we're transplants from Washington State. And I'm just bringing along, sharing with you all the things that we're doing to turn our home into a homestead, as well as videos like this, sharing my food preservation with you guys, canning, freezing, dehydrating, and fermenting, as well as giving you guys the ideas of ways that you can use that preserved food in your everyday cooking. If that sounds awesome to you, make sure you click this button right here. This is the subscribe button. This is what tells YouTube that you want to come back here. Up here is a video that Mr. Google Pants thinks that you're going to enjoy. This is my last Every Bit Counts challenge where I made the canned beans, and then up here is the Every Bit Counts challenge playlist. Just my videos, not everybody else's. So make sure you check that one out. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.